You started? Okay. Hi. I'm going to finish up my take on the 48 Powers, Robert Greene's, and the co-writers, pardon me, I don't have his name here handy at this time. Uh, Finishing up my take on 48 Laws of Power. Um, yeah, part two. All right, number 17. Keep others in suspended terror, cultivate an air of unpredictability. Um, he wrote here, humans are creatures of habit. All my psychology teachers said that. When I was in college, that was people in the hood, regular elders in the hood growing up. They would say humans are creatures of habit. Math teachers have said humans are creatures of habit. I'm going to tell you when and where a math teacher would probably say that. Well, did say that in classes I sat in. This is from elementary on up through high school and college. Math tutors have said that. It's usually around the time the kid go, oh, what does this, when the math gets real, when they make it complicated and things of that nature. They're like, as long as you can count your change at the store and things of that nature. Paraphrasing here. Why? What does this have to do with real life? Not all kids, but a lot of kids coming up through, coming to public school in New York City. That would be the question. Hell, I may even, you get flustered. You're like, why? What does that have to do with life? And this is what the teacher will always answer with. Almost always. Humans are creatures of habit. Habits are patterns, and patterns is geometry, and geometry is math. That's what this has to do with real life. And open your books and let's start working. That's how they would, say it, and that's what it was. And I'm like, well, shit, yeah, habits are patterns. So here, even Robert Greene wrote, humans are creatures of habit. Deleted in the sentence. I said, wow. I said, oh, shit. Okay, so his math teachers may have told him that too. That's why when a pattern is off, when they're accusing someone of something, and keep in mind I have 95 credits of legal studies, and I my old job, I had to go to academy to research often, and that whole how, when, what, where, go into their background and see if this is what they do. That's why I've never understood how they accuse someone of doing something that they've never done before. It may work on certain sheep. It don't work on. I guess my fleece is tie-dyed another color. I don't know. I'm like, what, have they ever done it before? I just don't believe people come out of their pathology like that. So I'm like, oh, this person's probably innocent. Oh, gosh. Oh, geez. It could be something major in the news, or it's just something in the hood, or hood talk, or in the family. You're like, well, they haven't been doing that. Are you sure you got the right person? So yeah, humans are creatures of habit. And like Sonia Barrett wrote in her book, Holographic Canvas, emotions are chemically addictive. They are. So that's how you become a creature of habit. Your emotions, you're addicted to. And also the movie Climactica, the film Climactica. It's online. You can see it. When they speak about the ego, how it's a host feeding the parasites, or parasites feeding the host. The host is the ego, something like that, and you become a slave to it unconsciously. Why? Because emotions are chemically addictive. So how you've been doing is usually how you're comfortable doing, and that's how you proceed in doing. So anything someone is accusing someone of doing something that they don't ordinarily do, I'm like, I have to give them the side eye. Like, really? Yeah. Is any pathology with this in the past or no? Yeah, somebody's being framed or fucking set up. Yeah, humans don't usually veer off too far from what they normally would do. Okay, so let me get back to Robert Greene here, Law 17. And don't you think of the 17th card in the tarot deck, the star? No, never mind, maybe that's my thing. Okay, humans are creatures of habit. I wonder if he could have set it up like maybe it's just. Maybe did. Now I doubt if Robert Greene will do something random. Huh? I don't know him personally, but just following his work here. Okay, back to 17. Here we go. Humans are creatures of habit with an insatiable need to see familiarity in other people's actions. Heavens, if I didn't think of Columbo, I wrote a note. Yeah, the Columbo pilot. When I read that little piece right there, you remember Columbo that came on TV, y'all? The pilot. Was that guy a doctor? I know one of them chicks was dressed fly shit, and that was what when was the pilot, in the 50s or 60s? I was like, look at well, who's wardrobe stylist? This shit? Fly shit, okay. And he told her, you're going to wear this blue dress here, shit, and come on the plane as my wife. And she was like, what if someone recognized that I'm not your wife? And I'll never forget this shit. I was a young girl first seeing this, okay? Of course, I caught the repeats. Columbo's my shit. I still look at that shit in marathon for today. Like, I ain't never seen it before. That's when you know you made some timeless shit. When people could watch you on repeat, oh, man. Like, I'm watching House of Lies now on Showtime. Binge watching a series. I never saw it before. But I don't have a desire to see any of them on repeat. I don't have a desire to see not Nan, Ep on repeat. Let me tell you, I can go to the kitchen and get something and come back and Papa be like, you want me to rewind it? No, I ain't rewind shit. No diss to House of Lies, but there's a lot of new shows I don't care to see on repeat. A lot of them. Like Roa, the real Housewives of Atlanta. I say real as in REEL. Okay, I don't care to look at the repeats on that anymore. And that's not how it used to be. The old back in the days when when it first came on, I would watch a repeat. But now, no. A lot of new shows, the new modern stuff. I should not care to watch the shit at all. I know a conscious person listen to this saying, "Well, why are you watching the shit at all?" Moving on along, but I'm getting better because I don't have a desire for repeats, but classic shit. Like I could watch Mahogany over and over again. I don't even give a shit. Yeah, your timeless stuff you can watch again and again. Kudos to the creators of timeless masterpieces, especially when you didn't even know you're making a classic. Remember they interviewed the Coolie High people, where they are now type of shit. And they was like, we didn't even know we were making a classic. We were just so happy to have a job. That just touched my heart. Oh, God. That's real, genuine, authentic. Okay, back to 48 Powers. I told you this will veer off and feel a little scattered, disseminating moon frequency here. Okay. You don't like it, click off. All right, now, this is my outlet here. Okay. Yeah. Because on the phone, it ain't the same thing when you get your homies on the phone. Because they got to say that piece of it. And this is fine. It's a dialogue. Here, I can do monologue shit. You see what I'm saying? Okay. All right, now. Okay, number 17. But that is true. People fear what they don't understand. I think that was an Alice Walker quote from back in the days. People people say that she don't even give her credit. I believe that's Alice Walker, the author. People either fear or worship what they don't understand. I think racism comes in it. They're like, they baby damn if they worship the melanin surplus. So here go the other one. Okay. I learned that from Erykah Badu. All these years, I thought hate was the opposite of love. I went to see her in person at SOB's, Sounds of Brazil's, a little club in Manhattan, Lower Manhattan. This was years ago, like early 2000s. And she said, I know, I think hate is the opposite of love, but it's fear. I know Tyra Banks said indifference on her show. Next American Top Model, whatever her show. Yeah, I was like, indifference, I don't know. Because indifference, I don't find to see, I even see indifference as, it's apathy. It's maybe a little, it's a different, just a wee different distinction from apathy. But, Tyra, I don't know. I'm going to go with Erykah's version. I think fear is the opposite of love. Because, she says, out of fear comes hate and all that other stuff. I was like, wow, Erykah. And she went on with her show and her set. And I'm still grooving to the music. And, SOB's is very crowded and small, so it's intimate and you're boogieing. But that stuck with me like forever. I'm like, fear. All these years I thought it was hate. But the hate comes out of the fear. No, not that they racists fear non-combatants. They usually target non-combatants, so it's not that kind of fear of the boogeyman, like, ooh. It's another kind of fear. It's more of a spiritual thing. You know how the people always say, oh no, it's a spiritual war. Because I'm like, anything material, they just steal. So what is the problem? Why are they still warmongers? I don't get it. They got away with stealing. Can you get away with stealing a Land Rover? No. They get away with stealing land. So why aren't they satisfied? And then that's when some spiritual person that remind me, it's a spiritual war. You can't steal spirit and souls, and their lack of natural rhythm may prove that. Anyway, I digress. But you already know the pathology of how Wanda Wisdom video will be. Okay? You don't like it, don't click on. And you're free to click off. First Amendment. All right, now, back to 17. So, This is true. Anything that's people don't recognize or is different, that fear, like, like they're out of control, so they try to control you, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this asshole? But yeah, that's what it is. People, it's just it's that lame, mundane thing. Whereas most creative people and exciting people can't stand monotony. Just they need escape. I think that's what cheating is a lot too. I don't think it's just the sake of just the pleasure of sex. They have sex with their spouse. I think it's the excitement of something new or breaking the monotony. I'm not condoning it per se. I'm just saying I'm trying to understand the psychology of cheating. That's it. They boredom, shit. But some people like the routine, the rote routine, the robotic, mundane, lame existence. Some people really prefer that. It's their comfort zone because they know what to expect. You see what I'm saying? So back to what he says here. Your predictability gives them a sense of control. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's what the oppressor's all about. Control. And that's why you want the cookie cutter characters and sheep and robots and oh gosh, jeez, making me think of documentaries and videos on here. So, I remember Professor Griff was one of his older videos. I remember him saying, paraphrase, how they even want to control, ants, nature, just everything. They want full control over all of life. The waterways, that is, no offense, it's psychotic. Oh my heavens. That's the God complex. What's that song was by the last poet? The Dead Poets or Last Poet, something. Look at that song of God Complex. And look up Sly and the Family Stone song, Stand. Hear the lyric when he says a midget standing next to the tree. That he done knocked the tree down. Nature. He said, I know that's an analogy, but those two songs, God Complex and Stand, and among other study tools, I'm like, that's what that is. And in the event, and Robert Greene, Caucasian, so he's speaking to that mindset. He knows. I don't even know if he studied Aces and Aries to get more of a, you know what I'm saying, feedback on why their mind is like, okay, moving on. Here we go, moving on. Turn the tables, be deliberately unpredictable. What if you're naturally unpredictable? Like if you have a strong Uranus, some people say Uranus, the planet Uranus in your natal chart, if that's position aspected strong, you're unpredictable to your damn self. So someone who's consciously unpredictable, if you're consciously unpredictable, that means you it's premeditative. You thought about. Y'all better get psychics, because as soon as they think about it, it goes out into the ether, if you will, Akashic records, if you will, and a psychic could pick that shit up. Y'all better find a real one, okay? You find them. With 50 Cent said that shit. A psychic told me. I believed them. I'm like, what if one really did? I know it's creative expression. Or right, that's how you put it on paper. You have the document. That's that thingy there. But yeah, psychics. So, but the ones who are naturally unpredictable, they're shocking themselves too. I'm telling you, they have strong Uranus in their natal chart. They just do. Okay, back to the excerpt here. Okay, the passage here we are. Okay, behavior that seems to have no consistency or purpose will keep them off balance, and they will wear themselves out trying to explain your moves. It's a goddamn shame they preying on you anyway. This is stalker shit. This is stalker tease. Unless he's speaking in some sort of capacity. I don't know, law enforcement. I don't know. If you hope to have a wholesome, honest connection with someone like love, or family that you love and like, I don't see how this shit would be happening. Maybe this is in business. I don't know, Robert. Was this whole thing prone for business? Okay, let's finish. Okay, taken to an extreme, this strategy can intimidate and terrorize. Yeah, because it's unnatural. Anything unnatural can be intimidating and terrorizing because it's not connected to source, real source. You know what I mean? That immortal, infinite source is not connected to it. It's just connected to the downside of the frail, fragile, wily ego. And that's my take on 17. Okay, number 18. Do not build a fortress to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Um, People live off the grid now, though. They seem happy as hell when you look at them on YouTube. I don't know. But they're not protected. Maybe they are. I guess protect yourself from what? I think they want to protect themselves from radiation and things of that nature. So I think those who live off the grid may not agree with Law 18. But then you look at all those other shows who people who are like, oh, they moved to New York City to become anonymous and blend in with the crowd. So maybe it depends on what you're trying to protect yourself from. Or if you're even trying to consciously protect yourself. I don't know. But yeah, blending in with the crowd. And people try to make the faceless, no face, no names, like they're nobodies. I'm telling you, the power, that's the ocean. The sea of faces, hence sea, SEA. Sea of faces, that's power. Y'all don't let, you can be polite to them, but don't inwardly let anyone convince you of nobody. Audience members have power. No audience, no damn show. Curtains closed, okay? Okay, the theater can no longer stand without the audience. And they come to see the talent. And it's so terrible and sad. Because the audience is interested in the talent. That's the draw. But the ones behind the scenes make all the guap. Or the lion's share of the guap. And the audience don't even know what they look like. You see how the faceless have power? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's read what's here. The world is dangerous and enemies are everywhere. Everyone has to protect themselves. A fortress seems the safest, but isolation exposes you to more danger than it protects you from. It cuts you off from valuable information. It makes you conspicuous and an easy target. Better to circulate among people, find allies, which if you study etymology, they say allies is all lies. Yeah. Lovely voice told me that. I was like, oh shit. She said, an ally is a lie. I said, oh shit. When you name your friend something else, and then Savant said, friend is fiend. I'm like, what the hell can you call the same friend? He said, is this a same connection? Let's find a name for that. Maybe same connection, SC. I don't know. Shit. Okay. You are shielded from your enemies by the crowd. Again, that's what those shows was. People go to New York to blend in with the crowd, to just become invisible, which is very powerful. Some people say, nah, that's shit. The hell you say, okay? But I can see what he means here too. So it's just dual fold. Because if you're isolated, there's no witnesses. You know what I'm saying? You hear that Erykah Badu song, what you gonna do when they come for you? Ain't no goddamn witnesses with their camera phone to film what the fuck going on. It's amazing how you still get away with things. Be like, where's the camera phone? Like, are they confiscating camera phones? Somebody had a camera phone somewhere, and the spectator no. I don't know. A world of cameras, and then certain people still get away with shit. Something's fishy. You know what I'm saying? But in the event, with anything that go around now, people are asking, well, where were the cameras? That's the first thing out people's mouths. Or you read a comment like there was no cameras. That's how you know. For this one, cameras everywhere that they watch us for damn sure, for shizzle, okay? Shower the snoop. But I like to give credit's due for little, cute little quips and shit. But in any event, they watch us. Then when you watch them, you can't find the proof. And if you're a public figure doing a public deed and you're well within the law, the statute, and the code, what is there to hide? If you're well within your legal rights to do whatever it is you did, there should be nothing to hide in that. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, we're going to go on Moonvo into law number 19. I don't want this one to be an hour, too. It might be. As you can see, verbose here, loquacious. Okay, it is what it is. Click off. My outlet here. Okay, law number 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. True, I agree with that whole. But my thing is, why would you consciously want to offend anyone? I'm usually on defense. You know what I mean? Usually, it's just, and knowing my natal chart. Yeah, and with my son sits. Yeah, I'm naturally replying to something. So if you initiated the hostilities and I reply in kind, or sometimes I can reply kindly, but it'd be logical. See, when someone is was very thin skin sensitive, if you're a native New Yorker, you're raised from young, you better get thick skin. New Yorkers are known to have thick skin, but you're also raised with that. You better get thick skin quick for this world. So this is what elders in your family, elders in your neighborhood, that's what they're constantly telling you. You better numb out and get thick skin. Don't take shit to heart. Don't take shit personal. And my mom always said, if you don't know them personally, don't take it personal. So I'm not going to really initiate discourse with someone I don't really already know in a friendly sense. I'm not going to bait you in banter. I'm not going to, uh, designate you to debate with. I don't get off on that. That doesn't uh, suit my fancy or stroke my ego. I'd rather bake cookies or bake a cake or something. Look at TV. I don't know. So any type of hostilities, you initiated it and I replied. And maybe my reply was logical than whatever the hell you were saying. So it becomes a competitive thing. Now you need to win. And win what? What's the prize? Do you get your rent paid for a year? If the prize is only your ego being stroked, how sad. Pity. I mean, because the ego is stingy. So it's going to stroke it for all of what, 5 seconds? Oh, gosh. So again, do not offend the wrong person. My aim is never to offend anyone. You know what I mean? But for those who set out to offend, I remember I was looking at Showtime's The Affair. That's that series. Our season 1, episode 5, and the daughter was in the car with her dad, and she was asking him, "Well, how do you un-asshole yourself?" I thought that was so cool. That was so cool because I'm like, maybe there are assholes who want to un-asshole themselves. That's healing. That's maturation. It's evolving. But yeah, if you're not an asshole, you don't aim to offend anyone anyway. It's just not your thing. And most assholes, they're only interested in knowing if the person is a non-combatant. If the person seems or appears to be a natural non-combatant. The asshole is usually lame, so he doesn't want any type of foul, fierce reprisal. So he wants to be sure that he can get away with it. He or she can get away with it. So it's usually refreshing when they pick the wrong one. For us bystanders and spectators, like, oh, fuck, they don't pick the wrong one. So it's refreshing to watch because the asshole got his just due, his or her just due, his or her comeuppance. Is that how you pronounce it? Comeuppance? Yeah. So, yeah. Sane people, Robert, don't aim to offend anyone. But insecure people, you could offend someone by just being sane and secure in who you are. Just your mere secure, sane presence offends an insecure, fragile, frail, emotional type, if you will. Just your presence. You didn't even say anything. Just mind your business. In a public place, you have a right to be there. Or you're in a place where you're invited or got the green light to be there. And you're just your presence. Poise and just, that insecurity thing. And we all insecure on some level. But I'm talking about basic sane shit. Like you comport how your mama raised you to comport in public. Or in someone's home or at an event. This is how you was raised to comport yourself. They can envy that. This is how warped it is, okay? Okay, let me read the passage for it. 19. There are many different kinds of people in the world, and you can never assume that everyone will react to your strategies in the same way. Deceive or outmaneuver some people, and they will spend the rest of their lives seeking revenge. That's if you deliberately did that. But what if it was an honest game that you won? If you're all participants, there's no victim. If you're all willing, conscious participants, there's no victims. And I'm not defending assholes by no stretch of the imagination. Again, I wish it was clear if he's saying if this is deliberate. But there's some. If you're all willingly played the game and someone won and is a sore loser, let me tell you, my stepfather, blessings be upon his spirit, he's from Memphis, Arkansas area. He was talking about some guys he went to high school with. And this is not even a game. They all put, I think, don't quote me, I think it was $10,000. And this is back in the 80s when strip malls were really, really starting to take off in the South or all over, really. Well, I think in the South. So they put in 10 G's a piece. All high school guys. My stepfather wasn't part of this clique, but he knew them from high school, if you will. And everyone in the neighborhood, everyone in that area knew the story. And they put in 10 G's a piece to get the land and get the strip mall on it and get things going. And there'll be businesses paying them rent. You know what I'm saying? And One friend, he said that friend was a problem in high school, just a psychological problem. But they still loved him. That was their homie. They was part of the clique, and that was it. Some people love you, take you as you are, but sometimes you just is. I'm like, they should have clipped that tie in high school. But in any event, as grown men, they all got their monies together for this, and it takes time. It takes time to yield a profit, if you will. But he was losing patience with the breaking of the ground and to get the thing together because he was asking for his money back. And it was like, you want your money back, you'll be out of the loop. You won't benefit when this thing takes off. And he was like, all right, I'll wait. And then he'll wait a little while longer. I guess it's 2 or 3 years because it takes time to get this together. But they knew he was impatient in high school. See, this is why I like psychics and people who read cards. You can kiss my ass. I don't fuck you. I like them. Okay, they have a good nature. They have a good heart. There's good ones who do it, and there's not so good ones who do it, if you will. There's good and bad in all spheres and sex, if you will. Sex, S-E-C-T. T's a tongue. That's why they call it Tom. That's the jam. That's my jam. Jamaica fucking. That was Jamaica Queens all these years. Always I thought it was Jamaica the country. It's a documentary on a little mini doc. I digress. Back to the point. What I'm saying is, along the way, he's trying to get back his 10 G's. So finally, the guy who's at the helm, he was like the leader of the pack, but cool, laid back. Not what my stepdad told me, not a bully or a boss. He's a boss, but not an asshole. You see what I'm saying? Good guy. It broke everybody's heart. Oh, I don't want to tell the rest of the story. It just hurt. It's breaking my heart all over again. And we used to sit on the stoop and talk. Me and my stepdad on the step talk. I was gonna write a little mini book on a stoop with Mr. I call him Mr. His name. Never mind. But he told me great stories about the Al Green shit and the grits. They get the stories firsthand back in the days back down there. You see what I'm saying? But in any event, finally the guy gets the $10,000 to give back to this guy. Finally, he said, "Ooh, the burden is off. Just sign these papers. You sign your rights to this property. You're out of the loop. You sign these papers." Gave him back his 10 G's. Happy as hell, he finally got it back to him. Oh, you don't have to deal with his ass no more. That was it for years. I'm talking years. I think he said something like 30 years. So that's when he said this will make me think of the Robert Greene shit. They would spend the rest of their life seeking revenge. Because it wasn't, but my thing, I'm talking about sanity. Sand the fuck to tea. Because in this example I'm giving y'all, the man didn't deceive or outmaneuver his high school buddy. He's begging for his money back. He obliged him. So I don't know, but to the person who shot him in a grocery store, y'all. Oh my! This story was told to me. I'm not from Memphis and Arkansas. I don't know, but this is back in the day. Okay, 70s or 80s, one of them. This is just horrible. And not only that, to sane people, we think after 30 years you're over it. You're just over it. But in any event, finally the strip mall took off. Everybody's living well. There's businesses and stores on the strip mall, and all of them have to pay rent to the ones who own the land. And they were smart as hell. Okay, I'll tell you, smart. Get a big chunk of land and build a strip mall on it, honey. But in any event, and this is brothers back in the day with this mindset. I was deeply impressed. I was like, shoop shooby dooby doo. Did I not hear Salt and Pepper song when my stepfather was telling me that daggone story? He himself worked for himself for a while till he got with my mama. She was like, you have to get medical benefits. You have to get a job. He was like, I'm going to work for the white man. I never worked for the white man. You going to work for him today? Because my mom was like, I need medical benefits. Never mind. Y'all can read my memoir to get the rest of the story. But he himself worked for himself for a long time. So they just part of that clique. No, we're going to work for ourselves. That's what the fuck it's going to be. And my mama, when he was 50, so that's a lot of years working for yourself until, he got with my mama. And then she made him get a job with the city. And read it in the memoir. But in any event, so he's watching this over the years, the Vapors, the Biz song coming to mind. And then I'm seeing the Temptations movie when the manager see them on TV and she bangs her. No, what's that? What Al? Somebody banged their head on the bar table shit. In the bar stool. the vapors, okay? So he's watching them over the. I'm like, why didn't they leave town? And my stepfather was like, "Well, 30 years passed. I guess they thought it'd be all right." They knew he was a little, off in high school. They didn't think he was that off, but I don't know. They thought he'd be off. And not only that, it was his idea to take his money back. And you know what he said when they was asking him? Well, 30 years later, he saw him in the supermarket and sort of the head of the whole operations, and started arguing with him in the supermarket. Well, why are you getting me back my money? He was like, because you asked for it. You kept asking for it. You shouldn't have gave it back to me. Why? I won't even tell you. I could only imagine how that supermarket scene ended. And it broke my heart. So this thing that law number 19, when it says you do not want to offend the wrong person, I used to see it like, oh, you don't want to offend one that don't take no shorts, that don't take no shit. My thing is, you don't want to consciously offend anyone. The no short takers, or the one who perceive to take a short, even non-combatants who perceivably take shorts, spiritually they do something with it. If they got good sense, they know they do something with it. Spiritually, something to be done with it, because like the movie The International said, conflict creates a debt. So if you're just doing this to them because you feel you can, and you get away with it because there'll be no foul, fierce reprisals, no conspicuous blowback, just lame bully, lame shit, cowardly shit, because you're seeking non-combatants to torment. That's a coward. But because there's no well, they say karma to come back to you from other, and it does, because it's your energy. You're sending your energy out there. You're the father and the author and the mother of that energy, like an adopted child looking for his natural parents, even if they don't even sit and stay for dinner. I just want to see your face. Energy seeks its source. So the energy you're putting out there is not righteous and wholesome. Even righteous energy come back. It will eventually. It's yours. It's your babies. So what you do to someone will come back. Maybe not by them, because again, you pick a non-combatant, so chances won't be by them. But it'll come back by it'll be unexpected, but it'll come back. Rest assured. But sometimes, again, back to law number 19. If you offend someone who's not mentally, or they think you offended them, rather, real or imagined. If they imagined you offended them, that's still the wrong person, but you don't realize you offended them because you did not realizing they're insane. You're thinking you're obliging with their command and you're appeasing them. It's just, oh my heavens. But in any event, my point is, it's hard to perceive who's the wrong one in the sane sense. The certified no short takers, you clearly know who the fuck they are. The continents in their damn eyes and stare, you know. You shouldn't even be engaging them in dialogue. How y'all even talking? How do you even meet? How do two different stark frequencies meet up to chat? Is it the opposites attract thing? I don't know. All right, law number 20. I'm already at 32 minutes. I'm trying to keep this under an hour. I don't know if I'll be successful. Well, part 1 was an hour. I guess part 2 will be an hour too. I don't know. Bookends, mirrors. I don't know. It may be part 3 because I'm up to law 20. Ain't it 33? Ain't this a bitch? All right, law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Let me read what he wrote here again. It is the fool. I'm thinking of the fool card. All right, the fool who always rushes to take sides. That could be Stockholm syndrome too, or unless that's your family. And family that's really tight. They don't give a fuck if they right or wrong. It's family. I'll deal with them in private about they wrong. But right now, this is my family, and that's all the fuck I'm gonna say. So what's good? That's just tight knit family. It is what the fuck it is. But anyway, it is the fool rushes to take sides. Do not commit to any side or cause but yourself. Very Aries energy. I am the self sign, me first, but yourself. Now, this is a bad idea. I'm just giving you frequencies of what this is, okay? I told you what race Aries rules. So you getting into Robert's head, you get into but yourself. By maintaining your independence, you become the master of others. See, I don't want to master nobody but myself. I want self-mastery. That's it. Queen of Spades. That's it. I don't want to master nobody else. I don't have that Aries frequency or Capricorn, Scorpio like to rule over others, but Aries do too. I find Virgo females too. Okay, you become the master of others, playing people against one another, making them pursue you. This is very manipulative and deceptive. I don't want to do that. I don't. I don't want to commit to anyone because, and let me tell you why I agree with the leading title. I don't want to commit to anyone because that comes with responsibilities. It's a contract. It's like marriage. You took a vow to do A, B, C, and D. Now, motherfucker, do A, B, C, and D. Okay, vows are vows. I read that in Ezekiel Bay's book. So yeah, that's why I agree with the title. The meat and potatoes of the passage. That'd be manipulative. No. I don't have desire. No. No. But I don't want to commit. It depends on what it is and whom it is. Commitment is responsibility. If you are 3 or 5, or maybe even a 1, commitment is just like, well, no, it feels like a burden. They don't call it the chain and ball for marriage for a reason. I'm not just talking about marriage. I worked for a mattress company, and in training they would say, don't be married to no one company. But I'm such a foodie. You go to the mattress warehouse. It's like a field trip. They rent a van. Oh, we have so much fun. The one who took the mattress company that took us to the best restaurant, I low key end up committing to them anyway. I ain't gonna say the company because I'm giving them free advertisement. Hell, I'm working on. But they took us to a nice restaurant. That food was good. So when I would be on the phone, I would, speak to them. And then I end up ordering one on a discount because I work there. So I like Fern. You know what I'm saying? Fern. So I'm want to speak from a place of honesty. Like, yes, I actually sleep on this one. So that, I felt much better selling those because I actually slept on it back then. And that restaurant was delicious. But was it Connecticut? Did we go to Connecticut? Never mind. But again, that was in training in one of my jobs. Do not commit to no company. Don't do that. Get your money. You're going to commit to one, but you're going to just be locked into that one. No. So yeah. Commitment comes with a burden. Unless you just like being tethered to that which you committed to. 3s, 5s, and 1s is hard. It's just hard for them to commit. Unless they're really, really into you, like they're into the project or whatever it is. I guess that goes with anyone. But 3, I don't know. It just has a mercurial. It's ruled by Jupiter, number 3, but it has that mercurial nature to it. It's a very Gemini frequency. 5, again, Mercury, mercurial. Gemini, just no. And 1 is ruled by the sun. The sun gives the all, if you know what I mean. Aries have an attachment to 1, to the first sign. Never mind. But again, number 20, I agree with the title, the content in the passage, manipulative. Okay, Lord 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Now, this I agree. Even though I'm not trying to catch a sucker, I don't know. Do you live and let live? I'm trying to catch it. Well, I guess it depends on the circumstances. Depends on what I want. It's a case-by-case basis with that, with me. But I would read Cedric the Entertainer's memoir. Is it a memoir or biography? It was not that thick. Maybe a memoir. And in it he wrote, I'm paraphrasing, but I think I'm quoting exact. I got the book in front of me. I think I left that book in New York. Huh? Whatever happened to that book? It was my mama book, and I loaned it to my aunt Vicky, and mommy was mad. She was like, "How are you gonna loan out my stuff? They ain't even yours alone." And she liked Aunt Vicky, but you know what I'm saying. She just was like, see, no. I had to get the book back, give it back to my mama, and then I read it. Never mind. It was extraneous. It doesn't make no sense. I digress. But in the book, Said wrote, I've learned the value of playing dumb a long time ago. I'm like, Said, you too? And it's not, sometimes, I can get my Edith Bunko on, my Chrissy Snow, and this is what other kids had said to me, coming up throughout the years. And I was pissed. And I like those characters, not piss. I don't even know how to do mad. 7 Pounds, Will Smith movie, when he said just slow the anger to the guy. I was like, well, that's me. That's been said about me. So, yeah, but put off, I guess, because from Harlem, raised in the pro-black era, my mom's 70s Afro, her pretty self, and hoops, earrings, and bangles, and just raised in that environment. I'm like, why are they comparing me to Chrissy Snow? What the fuck? But these are Caucasoid ladies. You see what I'm saying? Edith Bunker, Chrissy Snow, and Vera from Alice. But I didn't get Bud so mad because I actually like the characters. And Rose Nyland and shit. I like those characters. I'm like, they're harmless. They're sweet. Anything wrong with the world, a character like that didn't do it. Trust and believe, okay? I felt much better. I was compared to D from what's happening. And she from Harlem too. Girl, if you don't look like D, and I guess the sass, so I was compared to D a lot, and then I like it because I like D, and I got relief, like, oh, finally, someone who's, we said black, but then someone who's black and, brown, melanated. Finally, then, as I became a woman, I was compared to Sinclair from Living Single, that show. But I still would breathe an air of relief, sigh of relief, because Sinclair's melanated. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But the point of the matter is, in those characters, a bully is sort of like relieved. Because most bullies want you. Now, this should be a known for themselves, and they should be satisfied in their own security, mentally secure in their own knowing that they're smarter than you. So, but the bully's not mentally secure. So it's a psychological deficiency. So he has to convince his target that you're less smarter than he or she is. That this is the bully's angle. Know your place, and you're not smart. I'm like, and you're desperately need to certify that for what reason again? Does it pay your bills? Will your rent get paid? This is the psychological insecurity of the bully. So if you're already feign dumb, they'll be secure and their guard will be down, and hopefully they'll act a tad sane for a bit so you get your escape going. You see? Yes, playing dumb makes bullies very much at ease. Okay, so let me read what he wrote here. No one likes feeling stupider than the next person. Stop comparing. When I was into the church and thing, mommy, we moved to Queens. Mommy got into Christianity and church. Harlem was one mama, Queens was another. I tell you, you can read about that in my memoir. But in Sunday school, they did the passage from the Bible. It is unwise to compare yourselves to others. And when you learn about DNA and fingerprints and all that other shit, looking at detective shows and all these other shows on the ID channel, I'm like, your own biology is telling you you're unique. You know what I'm saying? Your soul, your biology is saying you're unique. What the fuck are you doing? And Walter Mosley, I love you. You wrote that in your book. You will write your novel, little orange covered black paperback. I think I left that book in New York. How many books I left in New York? Any event, in that book, he wrote how you and only you can write your book. And it just, you could probably sit with a professional writer. They can get into your essence and all that other shit, but only you can tell. Your story is yours. Every story has a beginning. I learned that from the Thought Crimes video when the chick said was her name Sincere Ignorance? I don't know what her name is, but she said every story has to be. It's yours and it's yours. No one can take your story. They do. People do steal intellectual properties. It's just disgusting. Just vampire, terrible. Just lame vampires. Ooh. But your story is yours. And shit, you see. I digress. Where was I? Yeah, stop comparing. Be your unique self. Embrace your unique self. What's how the quote go? Everyone else is be yourself because everyone else is taken. Is the well-worn tagline quote, but it's well-worn because people keep still emulating, carrying. Embrace you. Get into the mystery of you. Start with your natal chart. All right. You to incarnate objective reading. Start. Embrace the mystery of you. I swear to be fun. Intriguing. Yeah. Well. Okay, here we go. What else he said? Robert. The trick is to make your victims feel smart and not just smart, but smarter than you. Yes, that shit work. I've been assistants. I'm telling you. This goes back to law number 1. I'm telling you. And not in a kissing ass manipulative sense, but people just feel better if you make them feel like they're better than you. My thing is, can we have a environment of peace? If we can have an environment of peace or some semblance of sanity, if that's what it takes, this is my paycheck now. It has to make sense. Am I getting a paycheck for doing this? All right. Let's go on and make them feel smart and the boss and pretty, or if the boss is do what you got to do to pay your rent. Not in the insane sense, like Terry M. Williams taught us. I was in her learning annex class. If you remember her, I think she said, you remember my name, you remember a person's name. Anything you ask me to do within reason, I'll do it. Something like that. So I stress within reason, okay? Shout out to Miss Williams, PR. Oh, Miss Williams. When Mary J. Blige said meeting Lauryn Hill was like straight finding out what a woman is, meeting you, Miss Terry M. Williams, was straight finding out what a woman is. You know what I mean? It starts with mommy, then mommy, hurts you. And Mom, I know I've hurt you too. I love you, Mom. But the whole thing with the Wiz tickets, I think that was a shift with me. It was. When you got the Wiz tickets for me and you to go to the matinee, Wiz on Broadway, Stephanie Mills, I was in second grade, and you allowed your sister, I won't call her evil, she came to visit impromptu, I know it was random, came up to your job, and somehow she talked you into taking her to see the Wiz, and you did make it up to me, you did. We went that weekend, which to me didn't count because you're going to take me out of school, I was going to have a half a day. The weekend I had no school. So, yeah, you did make it up to me. We did go see the Wiz, you did, but I don't know, the power shifted. I started looking at your sister as the power Amazon woman told him, like, because you're honest, Mom. You're very honest. So someone can get you to go against your word. Who is this power structure? Who is this entity? So I don't want you to hear me say that about Terry M. Williams and you feel some kind of way. But it just, and then again, went from you to your sister, my aunt, and then she disappointed and violated me, and so the power shifted from there. And you're like, well, what is a woman when you're a young girl? Like, what the fuck is it? I don't know if this is it. And then, Mom, you stayed with. Well, you took your husband back after. Never mind. In any event, if you're wondering, someone said, well, why wouldn't it be your mom? Why is it Terry M. Williams? Because it is. I met her in person 3 to 4 times, and it's just she's completely present. You don't get an air like she thinks she's better than you or anything like that. Even though I may think that she's just a woman's woman. I remember I was driving on a bridge. She was in her drop top. I think I was coming from Jersey. I was with Papa. I was like, Terry M. Williams, screaming out the window, cutting the plum fool. And then you came up to the church in Harlem, Miss Williams, for the sister circles, a circle of sisters. I bought your book, Black Pain. I just love you. Love you. Love you, Miss Williams. Y'all tweet this to Miss Terry M. Williams, please. Tell her around to listen around the 38 marker. No, she strikes me. She's a Taurus. She had patience. She may listen to the whole thing. I don't know if she care about the 48 levels of power. Maybe she doesn't care about the feedback on. I don't know. I can't think for her. I just know when Mary said that about Lauren, made me love Mary. I've been love Lauren, always loved Mary, but made me really, really love Mary. Because how often do you hear women compliment other women? And other than Oprah complimenting Alice Walker when Alice was on her show and she was sitting next to Oprah on the stage, they were about to go to commercial, and Oprah said, I wish I could drink this, talking about Alice Walker's essence and her aura and stuff. And I sat there and said, okay, Mary, that topped that. Because to that point, I said, Mary, I won't hear a compliment higher. I don't think I hear a compliment higher than what Mary said about Lauryn Hill. Like straight finding out what a woman is. Then you hear other Mary interviews where she sort of expounded. She said because she met Lauren, she wasn't looking at her clothes and looking her up and down to see what designer she had on. It was like a real moment with a real person, Oh, man. Man, listen. Between that Lauren compliment and Oprah's compliment to Alice Walker, I don't think I'll hear any higher in the woman's sphere. For the men, the highest compliment I ever heard or read was Malcolm on Malcolm X. Karim Benjamin, I think that's his name. He wrote a book called Remembering Malcolm, paperback. I think I left that book in New York too. I didn't go get my books, but in any event, he wrote in there of Malcolm. He looked tall even when he was sitting. Did you hear a compliment higher than that? He looked tall even when he was sitting. That is great posture and great self-esteem and self-respect. I don't think I'm going to hear anything higher than that in this lifetime. You? Will you? But in any event, but that's how I feel. As soon as Mary said it, I was like, who do I feel like that for? Looked like I was searching my whole life to feel that feeling, Mary. Met Miss Terry M. Williams. I said, here it is. Felt it. And a couple of ladies at my job, Nurse Sharon, Aquarius. Hi, Nurse Sharon. Who else did I feel that for? Mary inspired me to search for that feeling. Naima, I love you, Mama. Definitely, like straight, find out what a woman is. More come to me. And Sean's mother, oh my goodness, Sean who kissed me in the elevator. Hi, Sean. Remember you? I'm like, Sean, I'm in uniform. Remember you dragged me in the elevator and kissed Pisces, y'all. I couldn't believe he pulled me in it with such force. And, oh, Those are one of your last day on earth. You know what you think about, ladies? The best kisses you ever had. Mm, mm, mm. In that pool, in that elevator, in uniform. It's an old building. They ain't had no cameras in the I would hope they didn't have no cameras in the elevator. That was an old building. I don't know if you wonder, well, where's the cameras now? Not like the Solange and Chase had cameras. No, no, no. It was because you always worrying about your job and your pension, especially if you got some years in. I'm like, I can lose my pension. I'm like, you weren't scared about losing your pension? And he kissed me again. Okay. All right, now I'm at 50 minutes, y'all. This is gonna be part 3 to this. Yeah, Law 21 is absolutely correct. Because all mind control and bullying is about is mind control to dumb you down, and you could Google this stuff. So people are like, oh God, that's like the opossum in the medicine cards. That card number 23. Just play weak, fragile, and dumb. They're going to go down and go right. The bully's marbles spin, dented and demented, very fragile. Not taking nothing from their physical strength and crazy, deranged, whatever they do, but I'm talking about the sane cord is frayed, okay? The electrical wires is crazy as hell. So just don't. Can you out crazy them? Did I tell you about that quote I saw on Facebook in another video? When I first got on Facebook, back in the day, they was like, "What's your favorite quotes?" And you let me go find some shit. That whole to beat a devil, you have to be a bigger devil, or you won't win. So if you can't out crazy, you go on fame. You go on fame possum, okay? Dumb and fragile. Do what you got to. Remember the movie Sugar Hill? And that asshole, Teresa, where's Teresa Randall? Oh, pretty Capricorn. But remember that asshole he was trying to make her do? Just crazy as hell. She had to giggle and laugh to, just pretend that he's you got to act like the insane is acting sane to sort of like, I don't know, survive. Ain't that a bitch? You got to pretend the insane is sane to survive they fucking insane shit. If you can survive that shit. Oh, Lord. All right. This is gonna be part 3 of this shit. Ain't this a bitch? All right. I'm from 17 to 22 in a 1 whole hour. Well, verbose and loquacious. It is what is. Click off. Okay. First Amendment. Disseminating moon. Okay. Law 22. Use surrender. Here we go. The possum 23 medicine cards. Use surrender tactics. Use the surrender tactic. Not plural. Transform weakness into power. Card 23. When you are weaker, never fight for honor's sake. Choose surrender instead. Well, when you appear weaker, does it mean physical strength? But sane, the way insane minds take over the world, if you will. Just my opinion. Well, Howard Zinn's opinion too. You give you references because they look, oh, is that your opinion? No, go on and read Howard Zinn, 1492 to present. Okay, read him. Read his work. Okay, so the way that mindset has taken over, they have programmed sane people to probably seem weak, like goodness and Maria love and what's called love and that's the program. Sane and nonviolent. Even John Lennon that quote. They don't like nonviolent types. They don't like humor. They don't like humor and nonviolent types. Why? Because they don't know what to do with it. Ain't that a bitch? Why not do nothing with it? Leave them the fuck alone. Leave people. Fuck with who's fucking with you. But that's just it. Tranquility fucks with them. A Caucasoid, and I'm surprised a Caucasian man wrote that on Facebook once on Polly's page. Polly girl, I miss you, Scorpio. Hi, Polly girl. He wrote that tranquility is their terror. You see how their marbles spin in reverse and dented like that? Oh, child. So their program is when you're peaceful and tranquil, they got to label it. They got to define it. I don't know if John Lennon said that part too, but because they don't know what to do with nonviolent and violent types and humor comedians, so they got to label it. So with the nonviolent types, I guess they label that weak. You know what I mean? Because they want to control and own you some kind of way. Just psycho. But anyway, never fight for honor's sake. Choose surrender. That makes a lot of sense. Concentrate on where your strengths are. That's intelligence. You better get to thinking, okay? Surrender gives you time to recover. And you have more space to think because it's expanding because you're sane. Insane gets narrow, dense, narrow. Sane, you can expand and think, okay? Surrender gives you time to recover, time to torment and irritate your conqueror. But how about you just want to get the fuck away from them? You don't want, I don't torment and irritate nobody. Even though I know, again, sanity irritates them, peace irritates them, but shit, they could go see Dr. Phil or some psychologist for that shit. But the same person's aim is to get the hell away from them. Shit. Run. Run, Forrest, run. All right, okay. Time to wait for his power to wane. You really just want to run. Just go. Just shit. Yeah. Study some Mackendal shit. Mackendal, listen to me upon your spirit, divine. Um, learn how to be invisible. I don't know shit. I don't know, but this thing is more or less about some get back. I think Robert thing is get back. What if you don't want to get back? What if you just want to get the fuck away? Okay, and you call it cowardice or whatever. I call it shit sane. To get away from insanity is sane. Okay, period. Point blank into the period. All right. Do not give him the satisfaction of fighting and defeating you. Surrender first. This is smart. Yeah, by turning the other cheek, you infuriate and unsettle him. I told you. Didn't I tell you what John Lennon reportedly said? They don't know what to do with nonviolence and humor. They don't know what to do with it. It infuriates them because they don't know what the fuck to do with it. How about do nothing with it? Leave it be. But I guess that would be too sane. All right, let me finish. Make surrender a tool of power. Law 22 is the truth. It's like the card 23 in medicine. Robbie, the thumbs up for that one, okay? Law 23. I'm up to 56 minutes. Good heavens. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Conserve your forces and energies by keeping them concentrated at their strongest point. I just said that. If you're smart, focus on thinking, meditation, all that other shit. Commune with ancestors. Hopefully you've been giving them offerings prior to that I need you moment, okay? Commune with them prior to the I need you moment. Just a little tidbit of advice. If you into your ancestors, alrighty? All right. You gain more by finding a rich mind and mining it deeper than by flitting from one shallow mind to another. Intensity defeats extensity every time. When looking for sources of power to elevate you, find the one key patron, the fat cow who will give you milk for the long time to come. Fat cow. Sounds like the great mother, Earth Mother. Commune with the earth and the mother, your aunt. Be good to women. Not a sane woman, not a woman that's abusing you. Be specific. Your Lord 23, thumbs up, thumbs up. On point. Okay, Lord 24. Play the perfect courtier. The perfect courtier thrives in a world where everything revolves around power and political dexterity. Pardon me, y'all. My tongue can get thick and lazy at times. It is what it is. Why did I add that? Oh, I digress. Dexterity. Okay, period. Dexterity? Whatever the fuck. He has mastered the art of indirection. He flatters, yields to superiors, and asserts power over others in the mock, oblique, and graceful manner. But what if he's naturally that way? You know what it is? Another Columbo episode when he was at the airport with that bitch. The one whose stepdaughter slapped the shit out of her, and she said, "I'm just gonna charge it to adolescent hysteria." That Columbo episode is my shit. But he caught the bitch at the airport. She thought she could buy her stepdaughter off, gave her that guap and shit. I forgot the name of the episode. And he told that bitch in the airport, "You thought she would take the money." I'm paraphrasing. "You thought she would take the money because that's something you would do. That's something you would do." And you can't see anyone else other outside of yourself or some shit. Like you're ground zero in the psychology of, your first thought or some shit. You see what I'm saying to you? So this is probably like if someone's comporting this way and this is totally not a reality for someone else's psyche, it'll be deemed fake because it's not real to them and it's not real within them. It's automatically fake to someone else. Or maybe it is fucking fake. I don't know. But I hate that. Like, oh, she's fake. Why, bitch? Because she doesn't have attributes you fucking have? Because you can't relate doesn't mean it's fake. Did that rhyme? I don't know. But usually when someone is feigning some shit and faking some shit, they're that good, you can't even discern that it's fake. They're that fucking good. If you can discern it, then maybe they are, putting on airs. I don't know. Or maybe they're really that way and you can't relate because it's not part of your reality. And it never was. But anyway, okay, here we go back to the passage. Learn and apply the laws of courtship, and there will be no limit to how far you can rise in court. Rise in the court. In the court. Ooh. And I got 95 credits in legal studies, and they said the courtroom is a gentleman's arena, if you will. It's theater. And they also said it's not about right and wrong, it's who presents the better case. That hurt me. I'm like, why? Why is it that way? I'm in class, I'm learning. Why? It's just the way it is. You have to present. It's like a competition. You got to present the better case. It should be about right and wrong. That's my art. That's balance. Yes, I told the professor about my art. Yes, I did. I surely did. All right. I get a half. You get one because usually I put up my 2 thumbs, Robert. If I agree wholeheartedly, I'm gonna put. I guess how Facebook do the thumbs up, thumbs down. So I'm gonna put 1 thumb up and 1 thumb down. Just yeah, I know 24 and it's up and down. Okay, number 25. I'm at an hour. Should I just make this a 2-hour video, or should I just break it up? I'll stop at 25, and then make it part 3. This should not be part 4. Maybe because 48, maybe. Okay, Law 25. Recreate yourself. Do not accept the roles that society foists on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity, one that commands attention and never bores the audience. Be a master of your own image. Here's more. Rather than letting others define it for you, incorporate dramatic devices into your public gestures and actions. Your power will be enhanced and your character will seem larger than life. I agree with this. 2 thumbs up. Wholeheartedly. Although it said humans are creatures of habit, which is true as well. Your natal chart is set, but you do have transits. So as you have transits and things of that nature, and as you grow and mature every decade, things like every decade change your name. Some elders said that back in the days. Take on a new pseudonym, a new nickname rather than pseudo. You want to apply a new nomen to that decade that's really applicable to where you are mentally and where you are emotionally and spiritually. But yeah, reinvent yourself, especially if you're a public figure, because people get bored quickly. But even if you're not, it's fun for you to activate certain things in you that may be dormant. So when you reinvent yourself, it will come alive and bloom. You flower. You may be deflowered. You have to flower. There's nothing like when I get the dried okra or dried beets, and it's cute little salty, crunchy little snack watching TV. But then I may want to reconstitute them and put them like in a sauce, and to see that okra come back to life again, transform. Yeah, the reinvent is definitely 8th house, scorpionic magic, transform, new hairdos. I get 25, Lord 25. Not just appearance, either aesthetics. Reinvent yourself to elevate, reinvent to elevate, separate to elevate. For the better. Yeah, change is good for the better. Change is not good. To devolve, not good. To evolve, yes. 25, if it's evolving, yes. 2 thumbs up. All right. 26. Keep your hands clean. Mean that in a literal sense and a figurative sense, okay? I had a spiritual teacher after I would share with them about, having excommunicated or severing ties with someone, friend or family who violated. They would tell me to get certain things and go, how the elders would say, wash your hands of it. I wash my hands of this. They would give me an exercise to literally go and take a certain kind of water, a certain kind of other things, literally wash your hands after you severed that tie. So yeah, that title, totally agree with that. Although he may be meaning it in a manipulative way, sort of how Phaedra, did you read Angela Stanton's book? Okay, Real Lives of a Housewife. How some psychics read Phaedra's. No offense to you, Phaedra, but I'm saying, girl, you know how to keep your hands clean. You a wizard of the word. As Rum would say in that song, Run DMC, shout out. Okay, and Phaedra's a 26. Her gift number, her ending number, if her birthday is correct online, she's a 26 at 8. Eighth house Scorpio. All right. Okay, let's read the excerpt here. You must seem a paragon of civility and efficiency. Did he write this for Phaedra? He ain't no Phaedra back in. Okay. Your hands are never soiled by mistakes and nasty deeds. Well, I guess here they don't appear soiled. You should have inserted the word appear. Okay. Maintain such a spotless appearance by using others as scapegoats and cat's paws to disguise your involvement. Honey, if this 26 don't remind me of Angela Stanton's book that I read, I left that book in New York too. I gotta go get my books. You know, Mama could ship them to me. In any event, I read that book. I surely enough did. I surely as hell did. Okay, that book is totally Law 26. That Phaedra, if true Phaedra, okay, allegedly, because he ain't suing me. If that book is correct, they're just shit. You are a master of Law 26. You are a lawyer and you are 26. All right, on to Law 27. I need to get up all this shit. I'm over an hour. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. If you're consciously creating a cult-like following, I always thought cult-like followings happen out of kismet. You're just charismatic and charming, and your words soothe them somehow. Is that not kismet? Maybe somebody could consciously do it. I don't know if you got a psychic and a good astrologer on deck to tell you when to go set your shit off and just maybe you could. But see, as an astrologer, I don't like to do that because they'll blame you if the shit don't work. That's one brave astrologer to say, do it now. Very brave, because they will blame your motherfucking ass if the shit don't come out how they need to come out. I'm gonna hit. We gonna give you interpret. I'm gonna interpret your natal chart. It's gonna be a basic reading, and that's what the fuck it's gonna be. And you gonna sign some shit saying that I'm not responsible for whatever the fuck. Okay, people. Well, it's a blame place in society here. Okay. Okay. Now back to Law 27. People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. It's true. Because I think the way you're conceived, if you're conceived via the love muscle, your parents believed in each other. They believed in love. They were in love. You are the recipe of believing in something. Okay, if you were created in that type of frequency. All right. And even if you weren't, I still think everyone wants to believe in something, even if it's foul. They believe in something. They embrace something. Even if it's your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm getting comfortable. I'm going to have to do this in 3 parts, maybe 4. I'm so wordy, verbose. Pardon me, okay? I'll click on. All right, become the focal point of such desire by offering them a cause, a new faith to follow. See, this is church. This is pastor. This is what Michael Bates used to talk about the pastors in the pulpit on his show back in the days in New York radio. You should sincerely want to help people or leave them alone. What they said in the movie, Almost Christmas, with Monique was in that movie. Was it Almost? When he quoted that famed quote, if you can't help a person, leave them alone. I'm paraphrasing. I get the achikachis and the heebie-jeebies. It's manipulative and it's horrible. Let me continue. Keep your words vague, but full of promise. And that's what Robin Turpin wrote in her book. With Lauryn Hill on the cover. She wrote that. She wrote, the law is vague and broad. So see, is it creepy? Emphasize enthusiasm over rationality and clear thinking. This is pastors and politicals. Give your new disciples rituals to perform. Ask them to make sacrifices on your behalf. Oh my. In the absence of I guess, if you don't care about ascension, I guess it'll be right up your alley. I mean, sincere ascension. You can't fool them. You can't fool up there. Oh, no. The earth will stop at nothing to restore balance on her axis. It was created, all of this was created in divine, Sirius, Sirius balance. So, unless you don't care about ascending, with source, real source, I guess you don't mind doing this shit. In the absence of organized religion and grand causes, your new belief system will bring you untold power. Wow. But is it real power from source, from the righteous source? Faux egoic power? You're not getting a thumbs up on that one, Rob. No, no, no. Um, but I see, Robert, Green, we you in the world, we all in the world. But Gladys Knight told Paul Mooney back in the days, one planet, one people. So I'm sure you did enough observing to see how shit goes. And maybe you're just referencing, your observations of the world and the power players that rule it versus this being your character. You know how 50 Cent said when he finally met you? So yeah, so maybe this is not really you and how you get down as an individual, but just your observations on what's called life here, what they created it to be. Okay, Law 28, into action with boldness. If you are unsure of a course of action, do not attempt it. Your doubts and hesitations will infect your execution. That's true. Timidity is dangerous. Better to enter with boldness. Any mistakes you commit through audacity are easily corrected with more audacity. Very true. That's that whole if you can to beat a devil, you got to be a bigger devil. You won't beat him. That's that quote with that shit right there. Everyone admires the bold. No one honors the timid. I think that's more slave plantation programming, though. Yeah, because that's pretty bold. Kidnapping people to enslave them and stealing land from the natives, and that's some bold shit. So I think the warped psychology in that programming has programmed the masses to honor the bold. The bold and deadly in that instance, in that context. But no, because a butterfly could be seen as timid, and they're beautiful. I don't know. I honor sanity. That's sane marbles. I honor sane marbles. I do. I do. Yeah. Anything else you just want to get away from? You want to just get the hell away and not be near it. But yeah. But no. But again, it could be. This could be held good because bullies who bully bullies, and that's it. They just aim to bully bullies and rid the planet of bullies. They definitely enter with boldness and like that show that used to come on ABC. What would you do? They had kids on a beach dock. One they was feigning like they was bullying one kid, and they took his bag. They wouldn't give him back his bag, and the one guy was like, "Give me back my bag! Give me back my bag!" And the guy noticed it, and he entered that scene with motherfucking boldness. Okay, he said, "This is your bag," and he snatched the bag with full force and gave it back to the guy, and was looking at them like, "What?" To the little teenage bullies, do something, do. So I think if you're entering to be a Superman and save the day, I like that. I like people who defend the underdog. Like if you're entering it to save someone who's actually being tormented, yes, I agree with 28. But if you are the tormentor, no, I don't agree with 28. No. And 28 is the 6 is one of the perfect numbers too. Okay. You can Google that. Right? Okay, Law 29. I think I'm going to stop at 30. Law 29. The ending is everything. Oh, let me do the title. Plan all the way to the end. Life is eternal. I know our physical vessels, the husk is finite, but your soul is eternal. So what end? Yeah, let me finish reading. The ending is everything. It's ruled by Scorpio. I'll say so. Scorpio's beginning and endings too. Aries got that beginning, but just the beginning. Scorpio got the ending. And that's a fixed sign, but then it's transforming the phoenix. You see the Scorpio telling you there's no ending? Because the transformation, the phoenix and the bird. And okay. Let me read. The ending is everything. Plan all the way to it. Taking into account all the possible consequences, obstacles, twists of fortune that might reserve your hard work. No, pardon, that might reverse your hard work. I would put my other glasses on. And give the glory to others. Ain't that some shit? May the spiritual realm correct that shit. By planning, and I'll share. Azimuth. By planning to the end, you will not be overwhelmed by circumstances and you will know when to stop. Gently guide fortune and help determine the future by thinking far and ahead. I think the ones that are quote unquote controlling the planet, I think they on this law 29 all the way. Okay. They say they have spirit, but no soul. That's why no conscience, no empathy, um, no soul is what we were taught. Um, the ones with conscience have spirit and soul. The ones with no conscience just have spirit. That's what was animated in their body. And this looked like something because they're in the conscience, they're in game, they're constantly end conscious. That population control, and that's on their mind. Reportedly, I used to look at Jesse Ventura show and was on TV and his interviews. Hi, Jesse. I dedicate Stephanie Mills' song to you, Jesse. That's the title. That's if you still think the way you think. I don't know if you're thinking and change. I take back that song, okay? But you find that song and know that I'm smiling at you. You courageous guy. You bold. You're the bold one. Huh? All right, now, Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Your actions must seem natural and executed with ease. All the toil and practice that go into them. And also, all the clever tricks must be concealed. When you act effortlessly, as if you could do much more. Avoid the temptation of revealing how hard you work. It only raises questions. Teach no one your tricks, or they will be used against you. Ain't that some shit? Talk about inappreciative. Just ingrate. Ugh. I thought of Michael Jordan when I first read this. I'm really thinking of him again. Just art, grace, and the way they trying to clown him now. And I'm not taking up for him because I know that girl, he don't take up for the hood. What the hell are you taking up for him for? I'm not. I think how that meme, what they call it, meme, whatever the fuck is it. They made of him sweating and seemingly crying, and like that's supposed to just totally obliterate all his skills in the NBA. And there's one video, CD Fury, I think, says he's a clone, and those clone videos, don't they scare the fuck out of you? Because you just start staring at them when you see the person on TV or wherever the fuck you see him. Like, is it really you? Is it you? Because how could they give a clone flavor? Or could they make a clone ball like that again? Well, not that we see Michael Jordan ball again at this age, but can you give a clone flavor? Make them ball or dance? Like, because it's your melanin. Like how music come on, we start dancing. We don't need dance in school. No one have to show us shit. You don't look at us and see look like we're counting the beats in our head and we're on count. No, we naturally flowing with the groove and the rhythm effortlessly. So I think effortlessly anything is melanated related. It's flavor, it's melanin. So Michael Jordan came to mind. There all those great basketball players and athletes and dancers. Debbie Allen, that's melanin. A surplus of melanin does that. And it being that it's so flaky, you can't teach flavor. Can you teach flavor? I guess I don't know. Will it translate and read the same? I don't know. I guess if you're trying to teach it, that's the trick they use against you. It still won't be the same product because it's tainted now. Whereas you did something effortlessly from your heart, you flowed with nature and frequency. Anything used opposite of that, trickery, it's not the same product. Just be careful with your natural gifts is what I take from that. And if you got it, whatever it is, you got it. It's a gift. Don't take that gift for granted. All right, so I'm going to stop it here. An hour and 18 minutes. Good heavens. And it'll be part 3 to this. Thanks for listening. Peace.